You are so well trained. You really are, honestly. It's lovely, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well do, lovely. Nice to have you back, Simon. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our divine service today here at Poole Church. Big welcome too to those joining us online at home, wherever you are in the world. We hope that you enjoy this service and embrace the energy that is buzzing in this church here today. Great delight to welcome a gentleman all the way from Aviemore. And if I start doing a Scottish accent, please stop me, because I keep going, aye, and I'm like, no. Mr. Stephen Trolland. Stephen is a certificate holder of the CSNU and also a teaching certificate held as well by himself. Had a wonderful day yesterday with a soul embracing workshop, and we are really looking forward to your service today. Stephen, welcome to Poole Church.
Thank you, it's a privilege to be here.
Without further ado, if I could invite you please for the opening prayer.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You are really good at this. Please take your awareness to however you are to perceive God. If you're yet to understand who or what God is, just allow these words to wash over you as we together make this space a sacred space for today. Great living consciousness of all life, in which I refer to as God at this time. As we take our awareness to our breath, there you are. As we take our awareness to the beating of our hearts, there you are. And as at this time, our love and the beating of our heart beats at the same rhythm of life, to embrace you so we can walk with you through this service. And as those that have merely taken that step before us, beyond the physical senses, are also a part of your great divine beauty, rhythm of life, natural law. Through your natural law, we welcome them into our space so our hearts can beat at one, so we can all walk within the rhythm of life, to see the beauty within one another, so it emulates and embraces each other as we sit within this space this morning. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Stephen. Beautiful. And now, if you care to, please join in with saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. We now turn our hearts, our mind, our intention, our very essence over to the art of healing. Healing is not a gift bestowed upon a few. It is healing isn't something that you have to be trained and disciplined in. To express healing is just to express love. When we send out that love thought, healing vibration surely follows. So during this time, we invite you, accompanied by the music, to let your thoughts wander to wherever you are drawn. Friends, families, ourselves, the nations, the environment, it matters not. You go where your heart path leads you. We'd also invite you during this time, if there is anybody known to you who is in a special need of that healing balm to be applied, just simply raise your hand. And when I point to you, just simply call out their name. That is all that is needed. The intelligence of spirit knows and will manifest that thought, that intention, in accordance with their needs. So just enjoy this time now, this peaceful meditation time. God bless you all. Divine and gracious Spirit, that whom we call God, God of our own understanding, we thank you for this time and this reminder that we are here for service. We are here to tend to other people's needs, to uplift, to support, and to heal. And in and through this knowledge and understanding of the continuity of life, that we can exercise that gift whenever we so choose. Amen. Amen. Now we're going to hand over to Stephen. So, for you.
Thank you. So instead of the reading this morning, there's something that I've created that is called the Spirit Within, which has come from the soul, the Spirit within me. And because it's come from a place so deep, my wishes are that in some way the words, the feeling, the emotion may touch the soul of you, so your soul can touch you in your own unique way with the words that are said. It came around a good few years ago now. As we're always trained, this is a forever unfolding journey, working as a medium and just evolving in life. And I was on an advanced mentorship with an incredible medium, and she gave us the exercise to go and write about the Spirit within. So this is what I did, but over time it's changed as my knowledge grew also. And then at another workshop, mentorship, with another great medium, this person is a great lover of Dr. Maya Angelou. And if you've ever heard of her, you would know, or even look her up on YouTube. Her words are so inspirational. And he gave us the exercise to go away and create our own video. But through both of them, I came up with the idea to merge it together, and I created a video to express the words as well. But today, you're going to just listen to the recording. So I really hope in some way it touches somewhere within you. So thank you. Walk with me. Take my hand. I am the silent power within you. I am you, and you are me, weaved within sky and tree. I hear your prayers, your thoughts, and out of the billions of people in this world, we together are unique, and together are one and only beautiful you. The voice that you hear is your own. I am that higher consciousness within you, living a silent power of expression. If you nurture me, that silent sound, my voice, will echo onwards through our life like ripples in the water that can touch your mind and carry you. Take my hands and embrace me. My voice can be our freedom at will, from the chaos from within your world to where we can be still. A true power that will show you only truth, because I taste the essence and the sweet nectar through the power of life that carries you. Through your eyes, I see the beauty. Let me share with you. I can see each and every moment that time holds no boundaries upon. I can share with you what a moment holds. A sacred space where time stands still. But yet, through my eyes, you have the time to see and take in the sweetness, and can do nothing but fulfill the innocence that is yours, because every moment is new. My prayer, my wish is to love you. As you grow to know me, my presence, your sensitivity grows, and there are no bounds from worlds apart. As then as possible, that you are able to feel your loved ones that have gone before you, but through me, because you have been spending time with, praying, speaking to me from the heart. The love that is shared will stay with us forever, as together with their love that touches us, it nurtures and loves the mind, the soul. We can see these as memories that we can forever hold. These through our life are the jewels of the mind that we can access and share at any given time. As we come together and become one, life holds no boundaries through the power of love. You see the wonders that are within you, that goes beyond any logical word in life, that we are yet to discover and find. And you will feel the peace and gratitude as my love fills your mind.
we can take in the wonders of life and the power as it unfolds before you and share, and bask within the gratitude and fulfillment and growing to be aware. It is a forever unfolding journey where they are the gifts of the Spirit that will never fail to help you see all the purities in life, because you're sharing it with me. The love that goes beyond the physical emotion we can share. You hear me now? As time comes around from birth until now, you have begun to awaken and listen to that silent sound. As we walk this life together, we, as well as those you love, will never be apart. As long as you spend time with me, nurture love, speak to me, pray from the heart, from your spirit within. I love you.
Thank you, Lawrence. I hope in some way that some words give some meaning to you, because every single person in this world is so unique. There's no one else in this world that is you, out of the billions of people. And I believe that's a very small part of what makes you beautiful, makes you special. But if we really understood ourselves, it's always a work in progress, yes, but all the thoughts of self-doubt, negativity, it would all fall away, because there's a saying that I've heard many times is heal the soul, and I don't believe that's true. I believe it's the purity and the beauty and the expression of the soul that heals the mind, and therefore can heal our lives. Because if we can really see beyond the physical eyes of what's happening around us all the time, that'd be quite fascinating, eh? To see what the spirit world are doing. I would love to see that, because the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes as well, you see. There's a scientist, Dr. Brian Cox. I'm sure many of you might have heard of him. And I was just sitting upstairs a little while ago, and I was just scrolling through my phone, and then he pops up. But it just reminded me of incredible realities that he brought to life on film that we don't see here on Earth, if you can put it like that. But he said there's so many chemical elements that make up the whole universe. There's a certain amount that they know of. And that makes up the moon, the sun, the stars, and everything. The earth, the air. And we are, all that chemical elements is within us as well. So we are part of a universal law, a natural law. And it's not wrong to ask our loved ones, our friends, inspirers, guides, however you want to connect to that higher consciousness or the other continuous of life in your own way. If we can really see what they can see within us, we wouldn't really doubt ourselves again. You see, there's another, there was this program, it was called Spring Watch, and it was around my local area in the Highlands, and it's a beautiful area. I don't really watch too much TV, but I wanted to watch it because it was around our area, because there's so many fascinating parts of nature that I don't always see. But they came up with so amazing scientific facts that, did you know that there was tests done on a primrose and a bee, and every time the buzzing of the bee came close to the primrose, it increased the sugar within its nectar by 30%. That's incredible. And that's can you think of what else is out there that we are blind to, but still a part of? Still a part of. I find that so fascinating. And they also said that it was in the Shetland Isles, it was a good few years ago now, I'm not sure if they still do it, where the doctors were able to prescribe nature, prescribe to go out in nature. And they came out with so many great results of how it reduced anxiety, blood pressure, and so on. There was many benefits that come from it. You see, we are all part of something greater. There's this saying, I don't feel I'm getting the exact words right, but we are all part of one stupendous whole, nature being the body and God the soul. And I think it's from one of the Lyceum books, am I correct? Yes. And even just contemplating here and now, we are reaching out through the language of thought, through the language of expression, through the language of natural law, nature, to something, I don't know if it's the right word to say greater than ourselves, because we are as great as, because we're a part of it. But if I was, another way to explain it, if I was to ask one of you guys to come up here, don't worry, I won't, it's okay. Maybe Lawton will joking. But if I was asked one of you guys to stand up here, and you had a dear friend in front of you that known you, even for a short while, or a lifetime, or a mum that had known you for a lifetime, if they were to express all the beauty that they saw in you, it would take that lifetime to be able to express it. It's so hard in some sense to bring everything within one thought. But also how much have you touched others that you haven't even known? Just by walking into the space, you have brought something so special. You've brought the presence of you. You've blessed this space with your sacredness, with the beauty of your presence. But if we think of that as just one person, and say another person was to say how much they love you, all the quirky stories, all the funny stories, it would bring that living thought alive within you. And another I really don't think this hall is big enough for all the people that have touched one person in a lifetime to stand here. What I'm saying is, it proves to you that you're more beautiful than you can possibly physically imagine. And if we are to remind ourselves, I'm telling myself this at the same time, if we can remind ourselves, even just through surrendering to an intention, or should I say, through the act of a prayer, for example. And a prayer, it doesn't always have to be blind faith. A prayer could be yourself looking in the mirror and saying, I'm going to be kind to you today. Can you be kind to me? Through the language of thought, you can create a condition where the beauty of the living spirit and the soul within you can rise, to touch the mind, to touch our awareness. to carry us in a direction of life. Many years ago, I used to compete for Britain in snowboarding, but when I was going through so many different troubles with finances and sponsorships and so on, I couldn't see a way out. I just couldn't see a way out. But then when I'd go out for a run, I don't run so much now, but I'll walk by one of the beautiful rivers or nature. For some reason, somehow, I would always come back with an answer. Always come back, not with a full answer, but a stepping stone that would lead me on the journey. So for everyone here, we all go through times when we become blind to the beauty around us. And I think it's our personal responsibility to be kind to ourselves, to recognize that we are so much more, to truly recognize that you are so beautiful. And those that love you in the spirit world see that beauty within you also. And with that, I'll leave those living and loving thoughts with you, and I do hope in some way that it's touched and carried or planted a seed of growth within you that you can walk off and through your own individual journey allow it to grow, nurturing that seed by nurturing yourself. So thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. There's one little piece that really resonated. Looking in the mirror and saying, I'll be kind to you, you be kind to me. How easy is that just to start a day? It's beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Need to remember to do it myself now.
Write it on the mirror. We're now going to have our piece of music for today, during which Sue will be taking the collection for the further work of This Your Church.
Consider all the world thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. God his son out sparing, sent him to die. I scarce can take it in, that on that cross my burden gladly buried. He bled and died to take away my sin. Then sing my soul, Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. and take me home. What joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow in humble adoration and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Well done, I could hear you all singing. Well done, you. Now comes that time of the service where we practice the art of evidential mediumship. And please remember, this is a three-way conversation. This is from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. And that requires us to be part of that conversation. Doesn't it?
Yes.
And how do we do this? So if Simon? It's you distracted me, go away. If Stephen should come to you during this part of the service, please answer nice and clearly. You know, your loved ones are drawing close for this time of communion. And never forget, your message may be somebody else's evidence. So if it comes to you, it's a nice clear yes, no, or maybe. So.
Yes. No. Maybe.
Nailed it. Over to you, sir.
That was excellent, eh? Good. I think Lawrence has said it all, eh? But you know, every single person is unique, as I mentioned, and because mediumship, psychic awareness is natural, I work uniquely through that medium. So what I'm saying is, I might work maybe similar, and maybe different from others that have been here before, or what you have seen before. But what I will do my best for you and your loved ones in the spirit world is I'll do my very best for the both of you. So as I surrender my awareness into the presence of those that love you, I do feel a sense of a lady coming close and a gentleman touching my awareness at this minute in time. I know here as well, I've got a walking stick in my hand as she stands here, but I get the feeling as if there's something to do with the bottom of my legs, or there were special socks or something around the bottom of my legs here. But I know here my legs do feel just a little bit wobbly here. I also feel as well as if she wants to come and take me down to sit down here. So I know there's this favourite armchair, I just feel I want to snuggle into it. But I know with the gentleman as well, as if he has his chair, she has her chair. There's this senses that come to me at this minute in time as I am working for you both. I feel here as well, there's something to do, I know it's Remembrance Day coming up, you see, but there's something to do with Remembrance Day. They're turning me to this side of the room, but it doesn't give anyone permission on this side to fall asleep. So I do feel as if I'm coming over this way, you see. As I'm working, I get a little bit more for you, or a little bit more factual evidence for you as I am surrendering to him. I do feel the sense of a grandfather here as well. Should I say, I know he is a grandfather as he touches my awareness at this minute in time. And there's something to do with the old Holborn, or is that tobacco that I've got here and roll-ups, or the pipe that's touching my awareness as he's coming close here. I know as well there's a sense of breathlessness here just now. And I do feel between the lady and the gentleman, we're certainly together here in the spirit world as they come close at this minute in time. I feel as if they are like mum or dad, but I do feel they are a grandfather and a grandmother. There's something within that they're trying to get to here as well. I'm just going to offer this out here. Can anyone understand anything what I've said here? But I do feel there's a sense of a breathlessness that come over me here as well. And I feel here as well, as the gentleman comes close with the breathlessness, he must have had a fall at some point as well, as he comes close here just now. So let me just go over that again for a second to bring some clarity to your mind. So I do feel there's a gentleman and there's a lady that comes close. I do feel a grandfather, grandmother, they come close here at this minute in time. I know there's a walking stick that is quite significant in some way, a wooden one they're touching my awareness with here just now. And there's something about the handle. I feel as if there's more than one. I feel there's something about the handle he's bringing my awareness to, as if it's a nice shape to fit in his hand as he comes close. The tobacco, is the old Holborn, or something with certainly rolling tobacco touches my awareness. Would this make sense over in this direction here? Okay, you've got a lady here. Now you don't mind if I work with you. Can you understand everything that's said? Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's okay. And I do feel you'd understand the stick as well also. And then also here, there is something so special about Remembrance Day he's bringing my awareness to as well, you see. And I get the feeling here as well that he must have a brother also, would that make sense? Because I feel as if there's a brother in the spirit world with him, as if they either go to war or they kind of, one of them gets lost at war, or is that feeling, you see?
I don't really know much about his family.
Okay. Okay, well let me work with this and see where we go then. But I just have that feeling there's got a brother here in the spirit world with me, and I know between them there was a separation at some point. You understand that there, as I mentioned that. Good, good.
That's why we don't know much about his family.
That's okay. And then let me work for you, and you never know, we might get some stuff for you, eh? And see what happens. But I know there's just this kindness that comes over me here as he comes close, the gentleman, your grandfather. And then would you know to have this, like my favourite armchair, or this feeling as if it's like a fabric one, is what I feel, you see, and there's a pattern on it. I just want to sit in there, and I think it's kind of, I would say it's certainly done its time, I would say, you see, because it's like I don't want to let go of it because it's so comfy. And I know here as well, there's a sense of sweetie wrappers and things down the side of his and coins and things there just now. I do feel as if I'm in the house here, but I feel as if there's like an open fire as well. You can understand that, and there's just a nice sense of just listening to the crackles of the fire. And I do feel as well, he does bring me awareness to feel yourself here. But I also feel with you, and you are certainly open to the spirit world. You feel the spirit world come close. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's an old art within you where you can either read the fire. There's a sense, you know, if I either look at a candle flame, create the focus, but there's something about the fire he's bringing my awareness to. But it's just saying that, you know, when I've been close to you. You know, he carries a handkerchief with him all the time too, because I just want to give myself a wee blow and put it in my pocket, and I've got my comb with me as well as he comes close. And he always has that good. But I know with the lady, she comes close, and I really want to fuss over you here now with her. And I've got my handkerchief up my sleeve also, or there's a tissue up my sleeve as she comes close. And I want to come give you sweets, you know. And you must have memories. I know many people go to an ice cream van and things, but I feel as if they want to give you like 20 pence or something, I guess, to go and get yourself an ice cream, you know. And there's memories of going down a beach somewhere where there's certainly a lot of, I don't know if it's Blackpool, or there's this amusements and stuff like that.
He had a fruit store on Bournemouth Beach just before the war.
Okay, Bournemouth Beach just before the war, okay. And I do feel with him of why they both come as a sense of you have acknowledged him and them when they have come close to be with you, you see. And I just simply just feel a sense of gratefulness for this, because, and with one of them, we do know where there's a sense of breathlessness that comes over me as well, you see. And I know with this as well, he said it's like, I've got my lungs back, and I wouldn't be surprised, I've got a good voice in me as well. I want to sing, you know, as he comes close at this minute in time. But I feel as if I'm coming to yourself. I know the weather's changing. I know you. I see you have a scarf around. Slow down. Around your neck. But there's something about. See, before you come here, I don't know if there was a change of a scarf or was this feeling. So, oh, what one will I have? I'm not sure which one I will have. Is the feeling that I have. But that makes sense to you. And I also feel as well as if you've even thought about putting one in your bag and carrying one with you. You see, just in case I need to change it. No. Pardon?
No, I didn't think about that one.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We've got to be honest. And then what I'll do is I'll just take that back, put that to the side, and then see where we go from here. But I feel with him, with them, the sense of a big family on their side, you know. And I know there's a sense with them, must be a newspaper clipping somewhere, or newspaper clippings. And I feel it's certainly to do with the war also, as the feeling that you can understand that good. And I know here as well, just before I move on in a second, they bring cast my awareness to the song of How Great Thou Art, of what we sung. And that's your favourite. There's just this beautiful feeling that comes with it here just now. I know there must have been a sense of dizziness that comes over one of them, you see, touch my awareness. And I know I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I get a feeling of, I don't feel like the blood pressure was the best, or there was something about my blood pressure is what takes effect there just now. But I just feel here just now, I want to give you the song In the Arms of the Angels by Sarah McLachlan. And there's a nice feeling about that. So if you listen to that song, I know I also want to give you Footsteps in the Sand by Leona Lewis. There's this beautiful feeling as if you listen to those songs, it just kind of, it's like their words to you, you know. So whenever you feel yourself in times of troubles, or it's not saying you haven't got friends around you or family around you that don't love you or anything like that, but there's a part of you that kind of felt as if you've been doing quite a lot alone or quite a lot by yourself, you see. And I know they're saying it's like, we're so proud of you and how you have really been there for others also, you see. And I know my awareness goes to like the neighbours also, and I just feel there's a sense of just being there for others, taking care of others, and that's what I feel. There's something about a neighbour they're bringing my awareness to as well, and you can understand that too. And I just know they're saying, just like Leona Lewis says in their song, I'm just like a footstep behind you, and listen to that song, How Great Thou Art, in the Arms of the Angels, and Footsteps in the Sand, and I will meet you there. There was something about a scarf that I missed before, or I didn't get it right, but there's something about a scarf. I know the lady must have wore scarves as well. You see, that's what she's saying. Because I feel as I've got one in my handbag for later, or one to match my handbag as well, you see. And that's what she's saying here just now. And although she has got a word in, but I know your grandfather's been there too. So just with their love. And thank you for remembering me on Remembrance Day also. There's just something so special about it that I feel so privileged to be a part of, as if someone's, I don't know if his name's mentioned in some kind of...
He's done a lot of work with the Royal British Legion.
Royal British Legion. Okay, he's done a lot with the Royal British Legion, that's good. So I just know there's such a pride that comes with that. But I feel also, I know we'll go in a second, but I just get the feeling as if it's like I'm handing it over to you in some sense. I don't know if you do a lot for charity or you do something for charity as well. Tell me. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll take that back and know that they have done their best to be here for you, and I'll leave their love with you, their appreciation, and I'll thank you and I'll thank them. Thank
Oh,
you.
lovely. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Okay. Okay. The feeling that I have now, as those that love you come close, I do feel as they come close here just now. I know I've got a young man that comes to me. I do feel as he comes. I know that it's like I'm smoking stuff maybe that I shouldn't smoke, if I can put it like that. I feel as well as he comes close. I do feel as well there's another gentleman that's close with him, you see, as he comes close here just now. I feel as if my awareness goes to this young man. I know there's appreciation for Mum, a love for Mum as he comes close at this minute in time. And I feel here as if, I do feel as if it was a period of time ago. I don't feel as if it was just yesterday, you see, since he goes to the spirit world. But I feel as if he takes me into his teenage years here in my awareness, 18, 19, round about there is the feeling that he gives me. Let me keep working for you as he's doing his best. I feel with him as well as I know he loses his way in life within his emotions. I feel as if I wish I was able to listen to those that were caring for me, especially like Mum, Dad is the feeling that he gives me. And there's a feeling as if he either goes missing for a period of time as well. So I'm just going to open this up. Could I understand a young man in the spirit world? I know here as well he loses his way within his emotions, and I know it's this sense of taking substances of some kind, you know, that I shouldn't, being in with the wrong crowd. But I know deep down inside he's a nice boy, because I feel as well teenage years is something that he brings my awareness to also. Can anyone understand anything that I've said there?
You've got the teenager, but I can understand what you're saying.
You can understand everything just apart from the teenager.
There's somebody at the back.
And there's somebody at the back. Thank you for putting your hand up there. But can I just ask, can you understand everything that I've said?
I can understand a young man of 18.
18. Good. And can you understand everything else?
Yes.
Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll come to you if that's okay. I'll say thank you for speaking there, and then we'll see where we go. Because I get the feeling here with him, you know, I lose my way for a certain period of time as well. And I know there's a sense of appreciation. I feel as if he wants to come to you. I don't know if you are his brother, but I get the feeling as if you're like my brother. Is that feeling?
We're close.
You're close, you know. And I know it's either like best friends then, or that sounds good, because the emotion comes to me of that brotherly love. I'm not trying to make it fit, but that's what it feels like as he comes close here just now. I feel as well there must have been something done in his memory also, in the way of he does bring my awareness to, I know everyone loves music, but he brings my awareness to music as well, you see. And I feel here there was like a special song that was played for him at his wake, his funeral as well. But I'm not saying it is that song, but the one I'm hearing in my awareness is it from Meatloaf. And I'm hearing it's like a bat out of hell comes to my awareness just now.
It's that genre. but not
Pardon?
that song. It's that genre, but not that song.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm just hearing, know that I mentioned that song. If it wasn't that song, that's fine. But I'm hearing that song just now in my awareness as he comes close. And I feel here as well as if he walks over to you. And I feel as if you just want to sit down and have a good talk with you. Just talk about old times. Again, like into our teenage years, he brings my awareness to at this minute in time. And I feel here as well, I mean, I don't know if he's grassing you up, but there's a feeling of, you know, everyone gets in a little bit of mischief now and again, you know. And I just feel as if he's like, he seems like you were always there for me, you see. And I know he's saying it's like you were there when it's like I didn't know I needed you in some sense. You understand it in that way. And I know as well, I don't know if you know his mum, but there's a feeling of mum touching my awareness here just now as he comes close. And I get the feeling here as well, if you can give mum a hug for me or send my love for me. I just get this feeling as I'm hugging mum. That's what I'm feeling, I'm hugging mum. And my awareness here just now as he does his very best to come to you. And I feel here as well, I will come to you in a second if that's okay, because I feel my awareness comes to you just now. But just let me just be with you for a little minute more. And I feel here as well, I know when he talks about something done in my memory, the music that was played, but there was, I know people raise a glass to him as well in honour of him. But I feel here as well, he brings my awareness to like a birthday roundabout now also. Would that make sense to you?
It's a long time ago, I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay, and then let me just take that back, because I feel as if I'm coming there. Let me just be with you in a second. And I surrender to your gentleman as he comes close, this young man. And, you know, it's just simply, to put it simply, is just his love, friendship, appreciation, because you always saw me in me. You always know who I am deep down inside. And I feel the appreciation is, would you know as if he went missing for a little period of time as well? There's this sense he goes missing, so you understand that. And I know it's like the worry naturally that would have caused everyone. But I feel as if either you were there for his mum, you were there for his family at that time also. So you understand that good. And I know mum smells him. As if I hold like a jumper or something like that coming to my awareness, and I feel as if I can hold this, smell this, as if I've got his aftershave. I'm not saying it is, but Brute 33 comes to my awareness, so the old aftershave. But I used to wear that ages ago, and high karate. But don't tell anyone. I've just told the whole of Facebook now, haven't I? I just know that mum smells him as well. So just thank you for being there for me. Just simply those words. And let me be with yourself, if that's okay. Because I felt there as your young man comes close. And there was a sense again of appreciation also, we see, as the gentleman at the back, his young man stands to the side. But I feel here it's like it's my birthday coming up. Or there's somebody's birthday,
Yes,
you
my
see?
birthday's coming up.
Okay, good. Because I just know here as well as he comes to you. I feel here there's a mum's in the spirit world as well.
Yes,
Because I feel as if she holds your hands. I get the sense with her as if either her fingers were either arthritis, but you understand that. But I know there as well she lost a bit of weight as she's taken her journey to the spirit world. I know here as well as if he's saying it's like she was there for me, I feel, you know, so she goes before him. And then I feel here in some sense it's like she's keeping me under her wing, but also at the same time keeping me in line, you know. Because I mentioned mischief before. I feel that there's a mischievousness about him as he comes close. Let me just see. Now, with your mum, you see, she comes down and she holds your hands with her. So although the physical touch isn't here, please know her living thought is.
Yeah.
I know that she touches your hands, holds your hands, but she also mentions a necklace as well. And I know she mentions like a locket also. I
Yes.
feel as if we're looking inside there is a picture, but I also see a picture of a baby.
Yes.
Also, you understand that, you see? Good, good. Because I feel here again, there's the love, the appreciation. I feel so soft with her too, as she comes close. And I know it's simply just to wish you a happy birthday. This feeling of certainly, she takes my awareness into a room, and all I can hear in the room is just a complete silence, but the ticking of a clock, you know. And I know that she takes me to a memory of this, of just the silence, the ticking of the clock comes to my mind here just now. I feel here as well as if she, again, just like the lady before, she wants to come and spoil you, you know. And I know she spoils your boy here, or this young man here, and because I just want to have cakes and things too. And I know that she can really bake, and I can smell it, but I feel as well she either used to bake bread also,
Yeah.
and I feel that you have her recipes also.
Yes,
And I know that she mentions that there's either a handwritten ones. You can understand that there's a handwritten recipes there just now. And I feel here as well, she mentions photographs, you see, and I know there must be many photographs going back in time. I'm going into a cupboard, but I know I'm going into a bag also, you see. And inside it feels like a Tesco bag or a poly bag, you understand that? Good. So I'm going in there just now. There's, for others, I feel, there's a Bible there, or there's a sense of a Bible that touches
Yes,
my
there
awareness,
is a
but
Bible
I
there.
feel as if it goes to others, just trying to say that we're here also. And again, to take my awareness into this photographs, I feel as if there's one in the Bible also, there must be writing where it's been handed down generations as well. And I feel here as she comes close, but with this young man, this boy here, I know that, would you know why, I'm just going to say this, would you know why I see a swan?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if it's Swan Lake, or there's something to do with is it an ornament by any chance?
There is an ornament.
There was an
Yes,
ornament
there
of a
is,
swan, because a swan just touched my awareness a couple of times there as she comes close. But I also know with yourself, as if I go in, it's okay to go in your house,
Oh,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so, sorry, I won't tell anyone if it's
Yeah,
messy
don't
or
tell
anything like that. But I know here, no, but she does, she takes me to a space where that you actually make your sacred space. I
Yes.
feel as if you have like a candle there and the nice smells and I don't know, incense, just that nice smells. But I know you must have photographs around that area of, well,
Okay.
of those that love you here in the spirit world. And I feel these certain, just easily just come to you. You've had your hair done as well, you know.
Yes,
I can see your hair and I see it looks beautiful, but she's mentioned as well that I was quite fussy about my hair.
Yes,
And I know
was.
she must have had, you know, those curlers you
Yes,
put
she
in,
did.
and the pin, either a pin that goes over, you know, goes over that curler as well. And she's saying it's like I know she says my dignity was looked after, my dignity was kept, because I can feel someone brushing my hair as well, and just loving me tenderly as I'm making my way beyond the physical senses. That you knew I would come back. You whispered into my ear as you stroked my head, and it's like, you better come back and see me.
Yeah, I
There's
did,
that feeling, you know. And I
said,
know,
please come back.
yes, good. And you understand that good, because she hears all of this. But I know as well, just before we go in a second, there's a gentleman here coming to my awareness. And I know with him, it's like, in his own way, he's kind of joking. I feel he did have, his hearing wasn't the best. But he's saying it's like I had selective hearing.
Yes.
But I feel here as well with him, between your mum and this gentleman. I know there's loads here, grandfather, because I know they're all in that photographs in that bag in the cupboard. I know as well, just we'll get back to the second, but I feel as if I go into your wardrobe there as well. I feel as if there's something about this, as if you've either been thinking about changing the photos around, going into the bag, taking them
Yes.
away, putting them into the bag, taking them out, but I also go into the drawer where I know there's the order of service that's kept for the boy,
Yeah, there
and
is.
your mum and others. How great thou art comes to my awareness
Yes.
again. But there's the beautiful photographs they're saying there because it's the ones where I look handsome, and the young man says as well. But I feel here as well, I just know he wants to make you smile. But with the lady, this like, I know that same photos have been shared out among the family, so everyone has that photo, not just in the order of service, but I feel it's out on display, and oh, I could stay with you forever, because they are good at this, you know, they're good at this, well, through me they're good at this, you know, because naturally, it's natural law, like if you meet people for the first time, naturally some you connect with better than others, and this is why we're it could be down to the medium also, but some can be strong and some can be easy and some just have to work a little bit harder. But I know that I've done this before. She's saying I've done this before. And just before she goes, the gentleman goes into the cabinet here just now, down where close to the where the orders of services are kept. You've got sewing things and thimbles and stuff as well. But I know here, it's like don't shh, and he reaches into the cabinet for medicinal purposes, you know, for a wee dram, a wee dram, a wee whiskey. I'm seeing Jack Daniels here in my mind. That's fine. And it's like shh, don't tell her, and just know when you. That's why he's saying just the relationship they still have within this selective hearing, and just his friendship, and how proud we are of you, because I know just before we go, in the arms of the angels come again, but it's how you keep us alive in the younger ones, in the great-grandchildren, as well. I'm seeing a baby girl in my mind here just now, and it's, we see the family growing also, and I know there's a boy too, and I just feel they're just doing their very best to say, I'm here, still part of your life. Thank you for keeping us alive. I know that the gentleman has still got selective hearing in the way of, because I feel as if you could tell him off too, you know. And just with all that, just know that they've done their very best. They're all here together, and there are more. And just I'll say, take their love. I'll thank you, and I'll thank them, and I'll thank everyone for being here, for being part of this, because you have blessed this atmosphere. You have taken part in allowing this communion to be possible, just by your beautiful presence. So thank you, and I'll thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Now move on to the notices for the week. Tuesday evening between 7 and 8 o'clock, Scania Price will be here holding a gong bath evening. Wednesday at 3 p.m. we have a divine style service, so similar format to today's, and that's being taken by Carla Hain. On Thursday between 7:30 and 9:30 we have Sarah Sunraya Grace here, and she's holding a woman-only drumming group. It's Ladies' Week this week, so that's lovely. And then next Sunday is obviously Remembrance Sunday, and always a very special service here at Paul Church. We're delighted to have the lovely Elaine Bevan coming down from Southampton to take the service, and it will also include several members of our own congregation taking part in that service with readings, etc. So that's next Sunday at 11 o'clock. I would like to hand over to you. Oh, just a quick reminder, healing evenings. We've had one of those funny months, so there is not a healing evening tomorrow. It is next Monday. All right, so please don't turn up tomorrow night, because you'll be bitterly disappointed. Stephen, if I can ask you for the closing prayer, please.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Please take your awareness to how you are to perceive God. Divine Spirit, great consciousness of all life, in which I refer to as God at this time. As we have walked in this space today to celebrate who we truly are, eternally, internally, we feel you, Internally, we reach for you. Internally, you are there to light the mind, to move us forward on our journeys through life, and knowing that as we walk beyond what people call the veil, you're always still there. As we have celebrated this day, the true unity of two worlds becoming one, and allow this within us, your presence to be strong, to give us the faith that we need, to give us the truth that we need, to light up our minds as we walk from here this day, to touch others also. Amen.
Amen. Stephen, thank you so much for everything you brought to us here at Poole. Thank you. Wonderful day of readings, wonderful workshop, rounded off with a beautiful service. So thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. And normally I'd say it's a lovely sunny day, go and enjoy. Well, okay. We'll have to get a bit creative between the showers. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for watching at home. I'm sure Trisha and Brodie are watching at home too. Is Daddy? Have a lovely day. Thank you. Well done.
Just water for me.